other side of the aisle, I think the business community will change the minds of some of our colleagues on the other side of the aisle, because the business community is seeing the value of having comprehensive immigration reform so that they can continue to hire people and not be afraid of being caught up into undocumented individuals and individuals that are doing a good job for their business. Many employers very much support comprehensive immigration reform. So I believe that's where we're going to get more of our colleagues on the other side of the aisle moving forward and supporting some of the efforts of our Congress, as well as some of the efforts here in the state of Ohio.
And, you know, one thing I would remind everybody is this is not regionally, this is spread out across Ohio. We have a tremendous amount of immigrant population that is doing work in the southwest area of the state of Ohio, particularly some of the food processing and that type of work. There's a lot of farm work in northwest Ohio. There's a large Middle Eastern population in the northwest part of the state. There's a large Hispanic population in the sort of central northern part of the state, and in the Cleveland area. You go down here where there's a large African population and a large Asian population. And folks, we don't talk about it a lot, but the largest immigrant group in the United States is different than the largest immigrant group in the state of Ohio. If you look at the census numbers, Asian Americans are the largest growing population here in Ohio right now. So there are different instances. This is a very diverse state when it comes to dealing with this. There is a lot of growth among all those sectors, in the Hispanic community, in the African community, in the Middle Eastern community, and in the Asian community. And I would add this, as we talk about this, because of the way our districts are named, this affects business and commerce throughout the state. So this isn't a Republican or Democratic issue. It's not a red or blue issue. And it's not a city issue versus a rural issue. It's everywhere, and it makes a difference. One last thing that you've already heard, different groups have different issues that they have to deal with. So while we are dealing with some of these national issues through the campaign that we announced, the fact of the matter is there are some issues that Hispanic groups specifically are trying to deal with in terms of the license issue. You've heard today about the issue that the Somali community faces with the Homeland Security Division, where they've extended it, but because it's still not a safe area. We've now recognized the government of Somalia as having a government in Somalia because of the extension of the problems there. We could have problems in our African community where folks that are trying to get citizenship here while they're waiting wind up having to go back to Somalia if the Department of Homeland Security doesn't extend that. That will affect commerce, that will affect jobs, that will affect taxes. So these are all issues that all of these different populations have to deal with as we go through this process, not just at the federal level, but at the state level.